Welcome to Small Biz Talk with Coach Lou. This is your place to learn, grow, and ask questions as you innovate your business or career. Calling all entrepreneurs to join Coach Lou every week to discuss business in this new and uncharted economic environment. The dynamics of business are changing more rapidly than any time in history. Learn innovative, cutting-edge tools to grow and succeed, not just survive. With no further ado, Coach Lou is live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here is Coach Lou.
All right, guys, it is Coach Lou welcoming you back to Small Business Talk with Coach Lou. Welcome back, my friends. If you're a small business owner like I am, or if you are a career-oriented person who works in a small business or is working within a company where your responsibility levels are similar to that of an owner, you're in the right place right here, right now. Every Thursday morning, join me live for this show, guys. This is all about getting you educated in a modern day, real world entrepreneurial environment. Unfortunately, unless you're a brain surgeon or something else, a lot of the traditional education has fallen by the wayside because it doesn't apply. Everything is changing so quickly that we've really had to shift gears into a lot of self-education, educating yourself just like getting on this show in ways of what's going on in today's world, today's business terrain, and putting it to use, putting things to use. You get an idea, a concept, put it to use now, because in 6 months it might be gone. It might be different. What you learned 10 years ago in college is probably not applicable to many areas. Again, unless you're doing brain surgery, even that has taken major strides. I don't know about you, but if I have a surgeon that's going to operate on me, and they were educated 25 years ago, and they really haven't gotten the education on the up-to-date, cutting-edge techniques and everything, I think I want the new guy. I want the guy that has recently graduated medical school, or has developed a procedure himself that's groundbreaking, over somebody that goes, well, that was my education 20 years ago. What about hiring a salesperson in your business? Do you want a guy with the 20 years ago mentality of sales? You hammer them till they say yes, then you hammer them some more, then you upsell them in the close, and the people run. Okay, you got about 30 seconds to catch somebody's attention, about 30 more seconds for them to understand that you have integrity and not feel like they're being sold. What a difference it is now than it was 20 years ago in business. All right. Same thing with, understanding tax laws, et cetera. This stuff is changing like this. And if you don't watch what's changing and you don't stay on top of it and vote accordingly to protect yourselves in whatever arena you're in or whatever political party, you got to look as a business person and go, who's going to provide the best environment for a small business to grow, and not turn our world into a government-owned business environment where your business is no longer your business. You just work for the government. Okay? There's a lot of countries that goes on. So you've got to be aware of the business, the government, the environmental landscape of what's going on in your business these days. And then it comes down to, like today's show, we're going to talk about, what do you stand for as a business? Okay, no longer is it just about the product you offer. Hear me loud and clear. People want to know what your business stands for. What do you contribute to? And you're going, oh no, coach is going to get kumbaya on me here. And, no, I'm not saying you create a 503(c) to turn around and, play tax shelters and everything else and claim like you're doing something great for people. And we all know some of the big charities that are doing that, and 10%, if that, go to actual people in need. 90% go to salaries. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. What I'm talking about is, what do you stand for in your company? What are you giving back to your community? I'll give you an example. I'll use us in our auction business, for example. We take in food donations all the time and we give them to the food pantries of the schools that do the backpack program and send food home with the students on the weekends that might not eat otherwise. We do it at Thanksgiving. We feed families. Okay, at Christmas time or whatever holiday you might celebrate, we don't delineate and go, okay, you celebrate different than us. We're not going to bring you meals or toys. We have toys available for kids, for families that are struggling. Okay, so that's what we do. And guess what? It's not a nonprofit or anything else section of the business or a separate business. People say, we can, do a separate section. You can do this and you can maneuver that. No, we just do it. It's part of what we do for our community. It's part of what we stand for. We stand for children. We stand for folks that work hard and, still don't quite get the ends to meet in this economy. We don't stand for free rides and government handouts and safe needle zones or anything else. We stand for families and hardworking folks. Okay? And you might be very successful. We stand for you too, because guess what? The more successful you are, you can help us in the mission of what we do to help with our business. Okay? And we're not coming across as this big nonprofit or that's all we do. Yes, we're in for profit in our business, etc. But we have a part of it that we just give back to our community. What I'm telling you is people care about this. Oh, they do care. They want to know. For the people that, you're ordering online and they go, contribute an extra 1% or $10 for carbon footprint reduction. What does that mean? What does that even mean? I don't know. I'm not contributing to that. I don't know what a carbon footprint means in their terms. I understand what it means, but I don't know who it's going to. I don't know who it's really helping. If anything else, I'm going to go, okay, rather than taking that $10 and donating it to somebody's carbon footprint account, which I have no idea where that's going or what it means. It must sound good, and they think that says, oh, we're doing something. And some companies are. Don't get me wrong. Some big companies are doing some amazing things. Tony Robbins is doing amazing things to help child sexual slavery and freeing these kids. And actually, the millions are going into it, and they're actually going and getting these kids out of there. Okay, that's a great thing. But if he just said, donate $10 to my carbon footprint, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But my point to it is you've got to do something that matters for people, okay? Not just for an idea. Now, you may or may not choose how to do that, but what I'm saying is it's really something as a business owner, as a high-level employee in a business, you got to realize people are looking at your business going, what do you stand for? And you might go, hey, what we do already is serving people, and we don't have to have a second fund. We have a medical clinic, we have a healthcare center. I'm not saying that if you're not having a donation type thing that you're not doing something for your community. What I am saying is people care about what you're doing for your community. Over and above selling a product, what service do you offer? Hey, during the big C word, and I don't want to use that C word because then my ratings go down and I get censored. During the big C word, what were you doing for your customers? Well, we offered delivery, or we offered curbside, or we offered, to do something that, make the products available or our service available in a way that we still could service our customers. We made it convenient for them. These are the things that the people look at your business and what they're viewing. What are you doing beyond selling them a product? Anybody can sell a product. You can go on Amazon, and Amazon's a prime example. What do they do for me? What did old Bezos do for me? If I had $1 for every time I heard that, what Bezos does is he gets it put to your front door. Like that. Sometimes even the same day. How many times, and I love Elgato Stream Decks, and I'm not pushing them, but, or I'm not selling Elgato Stream Decks, but they're an amazing tool for streamers, for people in business, anything that's digital. But to order a Stream Deck from Elgato is the same price as it is on Amazon, and it takes 4 or 5 days. Amazon, you get it same day sometimes. Oh my God, one of mine burned up. I need one. It's at my door at 4 p.m. That's called service. That is why giants like Amazon grow like that and other businesses struggle. Are you serving your client where they need you? Well, I don't want to have a lot of inventory. I want them to go to my online store instead of my store. Well, the problem is that they go to your online store instead of your brick and mortar. Your brick and mortar isn't going to be there much longer if they need that product and they need it today. Okay. Say, for instance, you're in the coffee cup business and you have, and for years have had this business on the corner of 5th and 2nd. Okay. And people know that when they break their coffee cup, their favorite coffee cup, they can just drive in and get one. One day they come in and they're like, well, I want to buy that coffee cup. No, it's just on display. You got to order it on my online store and it'll be there in 3 to 6 weeks from China. What? Do you really think that works from a business perspective? Now, I understand that in today's world, a lot of stuff. Now, you could sell this beautiful coffee cup to somebody clear across the country in your online store. I am not against that. I highly recommend it. Have an online store. But if you're brick and mortar, you got to service your customer. You can't tell them, I'll order you one. It'll be here in 3 or 4 weeks when my shipment comes in. They want a coffee cup today. Okay. So you see where I'm going with this. And I'm not saying it's bad to have the online store. I'm not saying you can stock, 187 colors in dozens of these. Not everybody's got that financial wherewithal in their small brick and mortars. I am saying you've got to make it convenient for the customer. You're going to wait 2 to 3 to 7 days for something they need today. Maybe you're a tool distributorship and somebody breaks the ratchet and they call you up and say, hey, Dave, I need you to deliver one of those Snap-on ratchets. And you go, well, I'm going to have to order it and it's going to be 3 to 6 days. And, can you order that on my app instead of me placing the order? No, I'm on the phone with you, dude. I want to order with you and I'd really like it today in a situation like that. And I know this doesn't happen all the time, but the problem is we're getting further and further from that. So customers are looking for that.
You're listening to Coach Lou on the Lou.Live Media Network. Make sure to catch all the live shows at www.lew.live. That's LEW.live. And connect with Coach at www.coach-lou.com. Now, back to the show. Let's grow.
Instant gratification. That's why giants like Amazon grow. Instant gratification. They want to be served. And you might bitch about it and complain about it. And we all might. And go, in this world, everybody wants it now. And in my day, well, we can gripe about it or we can learn to live with it and learn how to flow within it and run your business. What do you want to do? Do you want to grow your business? Or do you want to have rules and say this is just the way it is? Do you want to grow or do you want to let it stagnate? It's up to you. I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to come into your business and say, hey, dude, you've been stocking those for 20 years and you don't stock them now. Okay. How would you like to, you have a dead battery on your car and it's dead and you need a new battery and you get jumped and you go over to Discount Auto Parts and they tell you, please order that on our app and we'll ship it to your house in 3 to 5 days. You're going to be like, what the hell? I want to have a battery in my car right now because when I get to work and shut it off, I'm going to want to be able to turn it on and go home. Okay. Do you see my point here? This is my whole point of what are you offering your customers? What convenience are you giving them? Okay. What do you stand for? Okay. So we're talking today. What do you stand for? Other than just making a sale of a product in your business, what do you stand for? What does your customer know you for? Wow, they're really good people. They even deliver. When I broke my foot and I had to, I needed something, they delivered to me. Oh my God. Or do you want them this, oh, yeah, well, I couldn't get in there, so I couldn't buy it. Now, and I'm not saying that everything's feasible, but when it is feasible to accommodate your customer and give them that kind of service, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you be the best? Why wouldn't you stand for being the best in your industry? Why wouldn't you stand for supporting your community, your children, your elderly, this, that, and the other? I mean, and that doesn't mean always financial. I mean, think about it. Maybe you love elderly people and you're like, well, business has been a little tough. I don't have money to donate or anything or, buy them anything at the old folks' home. Maybe you could just go in and entertain them. Maybe you're a musician. You could go in and entertain the old folks or go tell jokes for a few hours and make somebody's day. And then all of a sudden they look at you and go, that little auto parts shop, that guy's pretty cool. He's a comedian too. And he came and entertained grandma and grandpa. When you need a battery, you're going to him. Think about this. This goes across the board. It's a good meld of old fashioned and the new modern world put together, but some basic things just are going to stand. What do you stand for? How do you serve your client? How do they talk about you? How do they feel? And what do you fall for? Do you fall for, I'm going to tell this story and it might irritate some butts. Okay, but we had a gal working for us for a very short period of time. It was not a match for our environment. She really didn't want to work, number one, young gal. Very nice, but, talked a great game in an interview. But then one day she says, you got to take those down. Somebody might be offended. She was talking about the American flag and the blue line flag supporting law enforcement. Okay. Not everybody gets along with the cops the greatest. Not every cop's the greatest. 99% of them are the greatest. And when you need help, they're there. Whether they like you or not, they're there. Okay. And an American flag, that's the freedom and reason you're able to own a business, folks. Now, I'm not saying you got to fly a flag in your business or that you can't fly the country where your origin is from in your business. That's freedom, baby. You can do that. What I am saying is I was appalled that she suggested we take down our national flag. Now, if we were in Spain, we'd be flying a flag Spain. If we were in Mexico, in a business in Mexico, it would probably be our Mexico if we're Mexican citizens. Okay? And maybe we fly 20 flags for 20 different nations in our business. Our prerogative. That's what freedom is. And that's okay. And, and sometimes people go, well, I went in this business and they had a this or that flag. Well, that's their prerogative. But my whole point to this was, I'm not going to fall for that one customer that comes in and says, I don't like America and I hate police. I'm not going to do business here. When 99 people out of 100, or hopefully 999,999 out of 10,000 would come in and go, wow, American flag, cool. It's our nation, okay? But my point was, I'm not going to fall for that. I'm not going to fall for the one person that goes, I'm offended by our nation's flag, okay? Sorry, see you. That's the one person you don't need in your business. If you stand for something, what was it? Somebody got really upset because somebody had a Christian flag flying. Well, guess what? If I walk in your business and you have a Muslim flag flying, I'm not offended. If that's your faith or Buddhist or anything else, why would we be offended? But my whole point to that was I was like, this is just not a fit. Somebody who, pays more attention to that than their job. But my point is what do you stand for? What do you not fall for? Okay. Now, I'm not saying put up stuff that's offensive. Don't be hateful. Don't be uninclusive in your business or try to push people away or be nasty. No. Okay. Same respect. If somebody comes in your business and they're a different religion, different origin, whatever, and you don't be nasty. Okay. But my point to this is you also got to not fall for BS. Okay. When you stand for something, it's a double-edged sword. You stand for one thing and you don't fall for another. Because if you don't stand for anything, you're going to fall for everything and you're going to fall. So pick your battles here. What is your stand for? And make it something good. Okay. Don't stand against. Don't push people away. Don't alienate. Don't be nasty. Don't be an ass. Okay, excuse the language, but sometimes it's got to be used. And if that offended you, sorry, but it is what it is. Don't be nasty, but stand for something. Stand for something of quality. Stand for including, getting people in, welcoming. Because I'll tell you what, you're going to find a lot of cool people you do business with. That person you thought was weird initially ends up being one of your best customers. That person that you didn't think had $1 in their pocket and you took a moment to spend with them is the one that spends $100,000 with you this year that you never had a clue. And you look back and go, dang, good thing I didn't prejudge. Or maybe you did, but you didn't say it. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. And then the opposite side of that is when you stand for something good, you don't fall for nasty BS. You don't fall for scampy workplace chit-chat and stuff like that. You don't fall for that. You don't fall for being pushed into a corner and going, oh, I can't operate at my greatest, or I can't be me. I can't, have my business ethics because one person out of a million might be offended. No, don't fall for it. Don't fall for the news media trying to say that businesses are going to struggle. 95% of them are going to close. The tornado is going to come across from Nebraska and hit Central Florida. I mean, every day there's something that's going to tell you you're going to fall. Don't fall. Stand tall in your business. Be ethical. Stand for something. Give to your community. And again, that doesn't mean writing freebie checks to somebody. There are ways to give to your community that it makes a difference. Hey, start a show like this. Make a difference in somebody's life. But I've gone a little longer than we wanted to this morning, but I think this is important that you stand for what your business is about. Stand for your ethics, your morals. Stand for being a great person, a great business person. And don't fall. Let that hold up the pressures of media, fear tactics, horrible politics, and everything else. You know what? I'm going to say it. And I think most of you know which direction I lean, being a business person, and I always said the best person for the job, regardless of party, but y'all have a clue what direction I go in. But the next election, no matter what happens, okay, no matter who wins, who loses, guess what? There's still you. There's still what you stand for. There's still what you won't fall for, and there's still your business. What are you going to do post-election? Are you going to say because this one won or that one won, you're done for because of the type of business you're in? Or are you going to find a way to continue and grow? That's what the show is about. Hang in here with me, guys. We're in tumultuous times. There's crazy stuff going on, but one way or the other, no matter what, you are still going to pass November of this year and still have your next year of business coming up, your next 5 years, your next 10 years. What are you going to stand for? What are you not going to fall for? How are you going to grow? How are you going to focus? What is the focus that needs to be? What changes could happen, in regulation, etc.? And if they do, are you prepared? We're going to have a hell of an end to the quarter this year. We are going to cover some topics that are going to help propel your business or your career through the roof. And I'm going to be here to guide you. And guess what? I don't know it all. I'm not the all end all be all guru. We're going to learn from each other. We got great stuff. I'd love to have you in Coach Lou Inner Circle so we can grow together and actually work together. But I'm going to cut you all loose here. Have an absolutely amazing day. Stand strong. Don't fall. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams. This is Coach Lou, and I'll see you on the next roundabout of Small Biz Talk with Coach Lou. And don't forget to catch my morning editions Monday mornings for Breakthrough with Lou, Healthy and Wealthy on Tuesday nights, and Thursday nights. Coach Lou After Dark is a call-in radio show on our Lou.Live Media Network, and that is broadcast on Blog Talk Radio. We're on the Blog Talk Radio Network, so come on out and visit. Let's talk, let's chat, let's communicate, and let's grow together for all. Every one of you out there. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what kind of business you're in. I don't care any of it, whether we agree on stuff, don't agree on stuff. Hey, let's get on Clad and talk about it, what we don't agree with. Maybe we'll find some middle ground. What you think? Be blessed, guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next roundabout.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lou himself. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.